Hey everybody, yeah, it's late afternoon on a Friday. Pretty nice day. It's warmish, it's around 80 into the low 80s maybe. Humidity's up a little bit, but still not bad. Definitely not bad for the end of July in August, or in end of July in the Midwest. But I'm gonna do one I wasn't sure I was gonna do. But I decided to do it anyway. From Stone, it's only the third year they released it. I'm going to do their RuinTen IPA. It's a 2014 edition, of course. From the website, it says, we first released this decidedly indelicate beer in 2012 as Stone Ruination 10th Anniversary IPA. To celebrate our 10th anniversary of our belovedly bitter Stone Ruination IPA. Stone RuinTen IPA uses the same recklessly hoppy recipe as the 2012 release, only the name has changed, since we're now unleashing this belligerently delicious hop monster upon the public on an annual basis. And I'm glad they're deciding to do that. So we packed a whopping 5 pounds of hops into each barrel and cranked up the ABV to stand up to the hop onslaught. The results are glorious, and we'll know you'll rejoice in tasting this audacious gem of hoppy splendor once again. You're welcome. 110 IBUs, 10.8% ABV. Said release date June 16th. I can't read the bottled on date, but I'm sure it's somewhat before that. So anyway, I'm sure this is going on. It's going on 2 months old, so it's about time to get a review on it. It's a little more age than I like to put on an IPA, but I'm going to do it anyway. So a little bit of smoke out of there, nice hiss, a little bit of smoke out of the bottle. Big bottle, big beer. I'm going to seal this up and drink the rest of it at a later time. But yeah, I can smell the hops already on this. We got a slightly hazy orange, but mostly clear beer. Bunch of carbonation streaming up, but not what I'd call excessive. Just a ring of like a frothy white head. I could maybe have poured a little more aggressively, but I didn't, so got a little more head. But definitely a nice looking, fits the profile of the appearance of a nice IPA. So let me get a nose on it. Okay, they're still getting some darn good hops in there. Pine needles, almost like pine sap. Some grassy notes, lemon, mango, papaya, pineapple. Just, orange peel maybe. Just a hop overload. I'm not getting a ton of malts, but I am getting a hint of the malts in there, because I know they had to put a bunch of them to get the ABV up. So let's get a taste. Okay, now initially I'm getting the hops, or getting the malts a lot more. Seems pretty balanced. I mean, it's still hop forward, but got a nice big bready malt character in there. Almost like it drizzled it with honey or something. But the hops pack a big wallop. You got the resinous piney hops. You got that juicy grapefruit. Maybe some peaches that I didn't really get on the nose. Some grassy, earthy notes, but all those flavors I mentioned on the aroma, the lemon, the mango, those citrus fruits and tropical fruits. Just really nice tasting beer. Coats the palate with a little bit of a oily, resiny hoppiness. You're getting just a hint of that 10.8%, but it's buried pretty well in the hoppy notes. it's dry, but it's also somehow kind of sticky and sappy in there with feels a little sticky, but yet it leaves kind of a dry floral finish. It's a medium-bodied beer, got a decent amount of carbonation. Just a slight tickle on your tongue from the carbonation and the booze, but yeah, this is a stellar IPA as it was in the 2 prior years. So let me sit. I will sit and sip on this a while. Come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. It's been only 20 minutes or so. Didn't want to let this warm up too much. It's warmed up a little bit. Yeah, this is, I'm going to have to go back and check my prior review of last year's edition, because this is a lot maltier than I remember it. It's still got a nice, you know, prominent hop presence, and that stickiness. Like I said, it's medium-bodied beer, but with that stickiness from the from the hop resins, it just makes it almost feels, it makes it like a full mouth feel. There is a bit of dankness from the hops. It still drinks nice, but that dankness sort of makes it just a bit, almost a bit cloying at times. It isn't a straightforward hop bomb that you've learned to expect from Stone. There's nice presence of sweetness and malt throughout the whole taste experience, from the tip of your tongue to the finish. There's definitely the hop punch, but I think they've maybe this year is different. Maybe I know they've compensated pretty well with the malts, but I'm almost thinking this year maybe they have overcompensated a bit too much. I really expected to be a little more hop forward than it is, but it's fairly well balanced between the hops and the malts. And but that being said, it's not going to be a session beer. It's fairly easy drinking. Drinks nice. Definitely not going to be a session beer, especially at 10.8%. And you can't drink it fast anyway. You can't just slam it down. I mean, it's a great standalone beer. Maybe the final beer of the evening, or but you'll want to go to something else after you finish a bottle of this. This bottle will probably do me the rest of the evening. Go back, stick it in the fridge, get a little more chill on it, and play on the interwebs for a while, and then pour some more. But anyway, it's a good solid beer, good solid double IPA. If you're a fan of IPAs and double IPAs, definitely give it a shot if you can find it. I wish I could read this date on here as when it was bottled. I can read bottled on, and then I see the something 14, but it's all wiped out. So, but I'm sure it's somewhere before the. I know it's somewhere before the June 16th release date. But so even with a month and a half on it, it can, you know, just assuming it's somewhere close to that June 16th date, still pretty solid IPA. Little more malt forward than you would expect, and a little more malt forward than I expected. Like I said, I have to check my review of last year's edition to see if I noticed it that much. I can't really remember. I didn't take a lot of notes on it last year, and I don't keep them anyway. But I'm going to give this year's 2014 edition of the RuinTen IPA. Stone's got some of the coolest labels, that's for sure. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Good solid IPA, good solid double IPA. But if you're expecting a super hot bomb, you're not going to get it, because there's a lot of malts and sweetness in there, but still damn good IPA. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.